Hello, learners. Welcome to Atya Studies. We talked about linked list in previous lecture, right? I hope you have basic idea around what are we trying to implement or what are we trying to achieve by creating linked list. In linked list, uh, all the nodes are not stored together at a one place, right? You can keep on creating small nodes in the memory wherever you want, and you all have to do is that just keep connecting into it. Okay, so by connection I simply mean that you have to store the address of every node, and the address of every node will store the address of next node. This is the process of linked list, right? So if you see here, there is a small task actually we need to do. So what is that is now just let's create and discuss the linked list over here. So first of all, we need to create one node class, because in linked list what are we trying to do? We are trying to create a node class, right? So simply I want a class of node. Here if you see, this class has two elements. First, data. Okay, this node class has data, and another is next. What is the type of data? It is int. What is the type of next is the reference of next node, right? Which is a node. So here I am giving node. Okay, here I am creating a constructor int. I am passing the data. Then this dot data is equal to data. This dot next is equal to null. Initially the next node contain the null values. No need of giving this over here, because sorry, this is not this dot data, only next is equal to null, but no need of giving this as well, because by defaultly it will store the null only. Okay, so here our node class was created successfully. I didn't do much here. Created a class, node class, and have taken two elements. What are they? One is data and one is next. What are the types for data? Data I'm storing integers elements, so that's why I have taken int. And next node is the reference of the next node. That's it. Creating a constructor and passing the data from the main method. That's why it is accepting one variable. And for this data, this dot data, I'm assigning the data. That's it. So here, let's create an object. For this class. Why I have taken the class constructor here? No need of calling this method individually. If you create a constructor while object creation only, it will call this method. Let's see here, node. I am giving one object name here, new node, passing the variable, passing one value over it. See, node, I'm creating an object for this class and giving an object name over here. With new function we can create an object, this node, and I'm passing the value 10 to this constructor. Okay, so I'm just printing this system.out.println. While printing, we need to print with the reference of this object name, n1.data. Okay, and system.out.println n1.next. Let's debug the code now. See, if you see, 10 is printed and null is also printed. Okay, so this is the way. I hope you understand this. So let me add one more thing to this node class here. For now, node class will capable of storing string integral data. Now we are storing only integral data type, right? So rather than storing integral data, we have so many types, right? Integer, double, string, or char type of data. If you want to store that type of data, okay, for that we will use generics. Okay, let's use this class with generics. How this generics will work? If you give generic type like this and give any variable name over here, I'm just taking t over here, and the data type is not integer, t type of integer. Okay, and here node is also giving t, and here no need of passing int over here, t dot, that's it. Okay, wherever I am giving integral part, just I have changed the it to this. Here it is giving warning because we are sending an integer type of data, right? That's why integer. That's it. Now let's debug this code. Yeah, 10 now. Okay, you can't see any changes in this. No, uh, result output. Okay, and this is now I want to create one method over here. What is that method? I want to store not 10, I want to store 10, 20, 30 and 40. For that I am creating one method here. Public create node elements. Okay, what is the return type of this create? Is it void, int, or what? It takes node only. So what should be the return type of this method? So purpose of this method is that it will create a linked list. Okay, it will create a linked list and it will return the linked list as well. So now wherever we had to pass the linked list or return the linked list, the point to pass or return the linked list is head, basically. Okay, whatever you here to do is you should pass the reference of the head and you should collect the data from the head itself. Okay, so what is the head basically, which is node? We need to pass the node, that's it. So node of type is integer type only. Okay, so I am creating node integer n1 is equal to new node. Here giving 10 value to this node. I'm just creating 10 over here, right? I will create 20, 30 and 40. So I'm changing the object reference names over here, n2, n3 and n4. The data is also changed to 20, 30, and 40. And we need to return what? We need to return node itself. Okay, and here node. So here, okay, we are we need to return not node here, node reference. I'll tell you here. If you see, n1 contain elements. Okay, let's understand with an example. So if you see here, this is 10, 20, 30, 40. So we have taken 40, right? And in data and next, the node is divided into two parts. One is data and one is next, right? So here I am storing 10. Okay, here I am storing 30. So here I am storing 20. Here I am storing what? 40. Okay, and what are n1, n2, n3? Here, if suppose it is a n1, right? N1, which is nothing but address of this node. Let's suppose 100. Okay, so what is n2? This is n3. N3 is nothing but address of this node, that is, let us suppose 300. And what is n2 over here? N2 is nothing but the address of this node, and address of this node I am taking 150. What is n4? N4 is the address of fourth element, and n4 is nothing but the address of this fourth element. I am taking address as 500. So we have nodes, we have data, and we have the addresses. But what the part we are missing here is the connection. So how the connection is built? See here, if you think carefully, we need to give the reference of this node, right? Here should be 150, should be here too, because we want after 10 20. Okay, and 20 will store the address of 30, which is nothing but 300. 30 will store address of 40, which is nothing but address 500, and the last element we have null. Okay, because we don't have any addresses further. For that, see n1 dot next, right? n1 dot data and n1 dot next. n1 dot next will store n2. Simply n2 dot next will store n3. n3 dot next will store n4. Okay, and after n4 we have nothing. Simply we need to return node, right? So what I am returning? n1. I am returning n1. That's it. Here what I'll do here, I will call the remaining elements. Sorry, I'll call this method over here. So node head is equal to create node element. Create node basically I'll do static. If I give static, okay, yeah, we'll return this. No, this is the creation of this node. Okay, here we are creating the node class. Here we are calling this create method. In next session, what we'll do, we'll print these elements, okay, by using another method. Okay, thank you for watching the video.